you post a lot of videos of your kids training, okay? And you should have definitely had some people DM saying that their height will be, like stopped. Why are you training your kids at this age? I want your answer for that, and tell me how interested your son and daughter are towards lifting. I can see the amount of joy they have when they lift.
Very interesting. I'll come to the questions people ask me a little bit later. Let's look at their
Yeah.
origins. Murli, if you remember when we used to talk earlier on, when even much before my daughter was born, we've been talking. But after the daughter was born and all that, like you said, I had a setup at home, even in Kuwait. And that was on the ninth floor. I used to be squatting, benching, deadlifting on the ninth floor. And if you remember those videos, I used to keep the barbell
Yeah.
loaded with 200, 225, 250 kilos on the ground, like I'm keeping a glass,
Yes.
a
Yes.
glass on a table. That delicate, because I couldn't afford to deload it hard and make noise. They would chuck me out of the apartment complex. So things were difficult back then. This is what I tell people, that life is never easy if you want it to be. It's always going to be a mixture of bed of roses and bed of thorns. Yeah. So that period was one of the most challenging and rewarding. I was facing a wall for about 3 years, training to a wall. No mirrors, no nothing. I used to finish my office work, come down, load the stuff, and train. During that time, so she has seen lifting from the earliest years of her life. She has seen iron more than toys in those days. Not that she didn't have toys to play, but it's something that has grown with them. And even in those years, I used to get them this, this medicine balls you get half kilo, quarter kilo,
Yeah. Yeah.
soft
Yeah.
ones, soft
Yep.
ones. They are rubber and they are jelly like. So I used to get her those toys to play. Okay, so they pick it up and she throws it down, she throws it here, she throws it even on herself. It's half a kilo. Nothing will happen to a 5 kilo, 4 kilo child if they drop it on themselves as well. It's just 10%, and it doesn't have sharp edges now. So they kind of grew handling weight. For them, weight is not something they get scared of. Of course, anxiety in lifting, everybody will have. It grew into the system that this is normal, this is not abnormal. So that's how it started off. They would sit, both the son and daughter, and watch me when I lift at home. To sit in the corner and just watch. Sometimes they used to also want to come and try, but I would stop them because they were too young for it. So come 2017-ish, I started to introduce them more towards structured lifting. They had been always doing some kind of physical activity. I used to get them sandbags to play at home. I kind of built that foundation very earlier on. I have to actually restrain them. Given to their liking, they would not study and just keep lifting. So so I have to curtail them, say that no, you have exams, you have studies, you have homework, you have school, you have online classes, and likewise, and then we will do this stuff. I mean, so their training program is also very fluid. It's not very rigid. In short, they love what they do. But coming to the question of people asking me, yeah, time a dozen. Why are you making them lift heavy weight? Why are they maxing out? I said they're maxing out because they are competitive athletes. No, but why should they be competitive at this age? I was like, man, I've seen kids of 10-year-old deadlifting 100 kilos. I have seen it with my own eyes in Russia many a time. 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds lifting crazy loads, and they're absolutely healthy children, and they're in the growing years. And there has been no science, there has been no evidence to prove that it will curtail their growth. My daughter has been lifting from 3 years. She was here when she started off probably. She's here now. Her last yoke walk, Murli, in particular, she did a 160 kilo yoke walk.